So I want to say he owed Gerald $7,000, and I don't remember why, but he owed Gerald $7,000. That's where it all started. Me and Gerald leave to Big Bear to go get ready for whoever my fight was around that time, because the murder happened while we were in Big Bear getting ready for my fight. So it had to happen within 2 weeks before the time I fought. So we're in Big Bear and we're sitting down to eat dinner, and Gerald didn't have a phone, and my phone rings and it's Rafiel. He asks for Gerald, so I give it to Gerald. And sorry. Let's back up. A week before that, before we left, Rafiel offers Gerald $10,000 to kill this guy who has $1 million life insurance policy because he's hooking up with this guy's wife. And Gerald tells me that. He tells me that, and I was like, because Gerald was a sniper in the Marine Corps, and he offered him that, and Gerald's like, no, hell no, no. So like, okay, so that's out of mind. We go to Big Bear, and he calls, gets Gerald on the phone, and Gerald goes, what? And he goes, hold on, and he puts the phone to my ear, and Rafiel says, man, you wouldn't believe it, they just found the dude dead, in his car. And I was like, and he took the phone back. That's literally all he said. And he finishes the conversation with Gerald, and Gerald's like, bro, he had to have killed him. He goes, they didn't just find him dead in his car. And so we finish my camp, do the fight, come back. Gerald goes and sees him, finds out that he did kill him. And he gets away with it. It's a couple years, maybe 3, but at least 2 years go by, and I could be wrong on the time, but I believe it's at least that long. But he gets away with it. And Gerald hits up Rafiel and says, hey, I want my $7,000. And he says, I don't have it. He goes, if you don't pay me by the end of the week, I'm gonna tell on you. I'm gonna turn you in. I mean, at that point, dude, I robbed the bank to get the $7,000, but he didn't give him the $7,000. And Gerald tells on him. So sure enough, he gets arrested. He had driven around for 2 days with the guy in the car after he killed him. He talked him into training with him, and then he choked him until he was dead. And then, and then drove around with him in his car for a couple of days, and then left. So
since he wasn't technically very good, it took him 35 minutes to kill the guy with a choke.
Did it really?
It's a bad joke.
But did it? Is that
no,
true?
no, I'm just kidding.
Oh, God. Anyway. So the guy's dead.
I'm sorry.
He gets away with it. I'm mind blown. He's a piece of shit, whatever.
So was he back at your gym after this or no?
No, Gerald was, yes. Rafiel, no. He only come to my gym once or twice.
So all the time you said that it was 2 years and that he was like literally free. That was the time where he was like on his rise as an MMA journalist, reporter kind of thing, and working for the Abu Dhabi Combat Club. And
Correct.
That sort of stuff.
Correct.
Okay. Fascinating. How'd you feel? Like, again, he competed in Abu Dhabi 98.
Rafiel did?
Yes. In the first Abu Dhabi tournament, he actually competed over there.
Did he win?
Ridiculous as that sounds. No, he got trounced the first round. But I mean, they had a few ham and eggers the first year, but he got in. So I mean, that's stunning to me.
Yeah. So obviously, I'm not going to say anything. If you kill somebody, I'm going to help.
Oh, you don't even know,
right? Like, yeah. I mean, but I don't know if he did or didn't. But Gerald's pretty sure he did. But I'm like, yeah. So then Gerald turns him in. He gets arrested. He goes to jail. Well, I end up getting called because it was said on my phone, and it was said to me once. Gerald told them that just so he would have another witness. Well, court finally comes around, and me and Eddie and Joe Rogan sit in a room for days waiting for our time to go on the stand. And we got subpoenaed to be on the stand and have to testify.
Why would they get subpoenaed?
Gerald was friends with them. So he had to have told them as well. So all 3 of us sat in a room waiting to get put on the stand. It was a hilarious room, like for days at a time. We're in there for hours. And it was funny. But they finally called me to the stand, man, and I'm like, yes, he called and said, you wouldn't believe it, but they found the guy dead. And they said, and you heard that? And I said, yes. And they said, what else do you hear? I'm like, that's all I heard. And they said, and then what did Gerald tell you? I was like, Gerald said he killed him. Gerald said that Rafiel killed him, but I don't know that he did. And I don't know that Gerald knows that he did. Only Rafiel, Gerald said that Rafiel told him he did.
Yeah.
So he ends up getting convicted, gets life or whatever in prison, and goes away. Years later, Gerald gets in a car accident and gets out of the car, gets an altercation, shoots and kills the guy. Okay, Gerald can talk his way out of anything. He gets arrested, goes to jail.
Someone, hold on. You gotta hit mute, Chris.
It's not me.
Okay,
No.
it's me.
Oh,
Go ahead.
he gets arrested, goes to jail, serves a few years, and has a retrial. Has something happen, and ends up getting released from jail. Has his attorney or whatever the case was. I don't know what the facts were, but he ends up getting released from jail. Short time after he gets released from jail, he opens a gym, or he's at a gym teaching, and supposedly smacked a girl on the butt or something that was a minor. He's back in jail. And I don't know the details. I believe I spoke to him once right after the Rampage, or right after the Antonio McKee said he was going to kill me podcast, and had a conversation with him for a second. And that was the first time I talked to him in 15 years. And he said he didn't do it, and that's why he's back out again. So he got released again after getting convicted. And
Got it reversed.
Now he's out doing his thing. So I don't know.
Check out the full interview on iTunes, Spotify, and all major podcast platforms.